mercy. Ain't no mercy.
Yo, it's your girl Brianna coming at you with another movie review. So if you haven't seen the movie already, you should probably turn this off. So I just want to say to the people that said that Suicide Squad was boring, lame, blah blah blah, I don't know what type of movie y'all watched. I thought the movie was dope. It had its lame moments. Talk about that later on in this video. So yeah, I just want to give a breakdown about how I felt about it. You know, I'm not gonna say a DC fanatic, but I do like enough DC things and stuff like that. So I know that I like to see any type of DC related film in the theaters when it comes out. So Friday, August 5th, me, my boyfriend, and my brother, we all decided to take a trip down to the movie theater and go watch the film. One thing I enjoyed the most was just the vibe of the whole film. It was colorful, it was fun, it was energetic. You know, they definitely were geared towards a younger crowd. I know everyone was saying how like after Batman versus Superman was like so serious and so this and that they wanted to add humor and all that stuff. Do I think it was necessary? Not so much, but I think they did well with making it a little lighter, but still pacing it and having it set a still serious tone. So it wasn't like overly childish. Thank God for that. Oh my God. Can I say, Margot Robbie, girl, I love you. And the fact that we're the same age, bitch, you do not look 26, okay? But you look good, girl. Girl, I loved her Harley Quinn. I personally, you know, it's a little different from the version you're probably used to seeing, you know, in the original Batman series, animated series. But hey, things change. You know, she doesn't wear that red and black outfit with, you know, the jester outfit that wouldn't have played out well in the darn movie, y'all, in the cinematic universe. Y'all need to stop tripping. Things are not always like the cartoon, okay? Stop it. So I loved her outfit. I loved her accent. I loved her. I loved her every time she said pudding. It just did something to me. For a while, I was against Will Smith and his Deadshot business, but you know what? I feel like, you know, he did a decent job. You know, I kind of could have did without the little sombrero hat, you know, when they were showing that flashback when, you know, Batman took him down. I kind of think we could have did without that hat though. But other than that, I loved him. Will Smith, honestly, he doesn't get too many roles that I think he sucks at, except for Hancock. I draw the line at Hancock. I thought that those two, William and Margot, nailed it. You know, the movie ended up kind of surrounding, you know, focusing around them for the most part. But at the end of the day, like, I kind of expected that. You know, it's not too many films where they'll have, you know, a cast with all these big characters and it's like they successfully equally give them all the same amount of, you know, airtime. So it's like, I understand that maybe our main focus is Margot and Will, because maybe they're the two biggest stars of the whole movie. And Viola Davis, bitch, did she play Amanda Waller? Girl starts to hate your ass in real life. I swear to you, it was irritating as hell. Pacing, I think, was fabulous. Opens up with, how did that movie open up again? I forget. Wait, how did that movie start off again? I'm going to tell y'all how I remember the movie starting off. The movie started off with Amanda and with her male cohorts. They all work for the U.S. government. Y'all know I don't know terminology and all that. I just know Argus and all that good stuff, okay? Task Force X. So pretty much she wants to take all the guys that have been rounded up since Belle Reve. Is that what I read on the skull picture? Bound all of them up and you know, make a little team just in case the next Superman decides to come down and kick our ass. That is what she wants to prepare for. Rounds up Deadshot, who's already threatened one of the guards. Harley Quinn, who I think just pulled a shiv out of her mouth. And Boomerang, okay, pause. I could have done without the Flash. Warner Brothers, I know I know y'all want to appease us and y'all just want to catch up to Marvel and make us see all these people in the film at one time and shock us and stuff. But I could have done without the Flash. His little scene, his little cameo was unnecessary. I saw him in Batman vs. Superman one too many times. I'm still not even all the way hip to the fact that Ezra is even playing him. So I'm gonna need y'all to stop showing him as often. I just need to see him in Justice League, and that's it. I need to see his solo film. Okay, I just need to see however he does in Justice League. Then, you know, we can determine if I want to see him in his solo film and all that stuff. But we don't need to see him. We don't need to see none of the Justice League members in movies that they don't belong in. I was fine with just Batman. I was fine. So, back to the story. Captain Boomerang, El Diablo, you know, he can incinerate people whenever he gosh darn chooses. Killer Croc, yeah, so I was a big dude with like the scrawniest arms I'd ever seen. Like, I feel like he was a little disproportionate. They probably should have put a little bit more meat on them arms. He was looking a little just anorexic. And Slipknot, I wasn't gonna mention Slipknot. He was in the movie for about all of 15.2 seconds. So, and Enchantress. Now, here's the thing about Enchantress. Apparently, an archaeologist, you know, it's either always the archaeologists, reporters, and what the heck was Moira in X-Men? CIA agent, whatever she was in that. Y'all always find y'all, it's one of these three. Y'all always find yourself somewhere that y'all ashes don't belong. Finds herself in a tunnel, in a tomb, where an old witch lied, and you know, she possessed her body. She didn't have a heart. So Amanda Waller thinks she gonna keep her as her little lapdog, right? The problem, black people, we always think we can do some impossible ass shit. Where in the history of man did you think you gonna keep a demonic force stuck in your back pocket all because you got a hold of their heart? When you're dealing with the supernatural, and I mean ghosts, witches, demons, there's really not no controlling that. So, really, bitch? So, what happens is she thinks she's gonna keep her in her back pocket. But Enchantress, being the witch that she is, figures out a way to get just as far enough so that she can do her own thing. This heifer goes out, finds her brother, gives him a body. Poor black man, you know, he got attacked in the bathroom, came and washed his hands in peace, puts her brother in his body. He thus takes two other bodies and they become one giant big body. And then the two of them just start, you know, messing some stuff up. Amanda thought she had it under control because she started stabbing the heart, right? Thinking it was gonna stop the bitch. I'm not joking, she literally had a pick or a pen and was like, I said, well, okay. But her brother rejuvenated her so that she was able to function with said stabbed heart. I think at one point she actually ended up getting her heart back, which at that point it was over. She pretty much sends the team of villains to shut her down, then tell them that. I don't get why people always want to lie. I just don't get why people always want to lie. And I've yet to see a film or a scenario play out where your lie actually got fulfilled all the way through. I don't get that. You got one black person trying to play people, you have a black person on the opposite of you. That other black person gonna figure out the truth. Sure enough, Will Smith, headshot ass, definitely found out the truth. Pretty much, they come to grips with the fact they finna go up against something that's not normal. They're fighting an entity that they're not used to dealing with, nor do they have the powers to even fight. To be quite honest, they all take a drink, then they come together and fight, you know, Enchantress. They killed off the brother, and then they fight Enchantress, and then everyone lives happily ever after, meaning they go back to jail. The Joker was in there. Last night, I wasn't a fan of this Joker because I just felt he was too goofy. And then my boyfriend and my brother looked at me like I was crazy because they're like, he's the Joker. And I'm like, yeah, but Heath Ledger. And I had to realize Heath Ledger set the bar for a different type of film. So I can't compare everyone to Heath Ledger. That's not fair. Jared Leto, I love him. He did really well. He played like, this Joker was more of a gangster joke, like mob, mafia business, like throwing parties, people in there getting lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was a different Joker than we're kind of used to seeing, and I enjoyed watching him. He was icy. Man had like rings on. This Joker was like the shit. Okay, his part in the whole movie, you don't see a lot of him, but you see enough. He just wanted to break out his girl Harley. I honestly love that, because honestly in the comics, in the TV show, you kind of don't see the Joker really loving Harley as much. He slaps her around, calls her out her name, tells her she's stupid, blah blah blah. He abuses her in the comics and stuff. So to see in the movie, this isn't that, like, you know, like, he doesn't say he loves her, or maybe he does, maybe I missed that part, but he went through hell and high water to get his bitch, and he wasn't finna stop. And I think a lot of you niggas can learn something from that. That's pretty much the film. I don't want to give everything away. I probably already did. Here are the things that maybe they could have worked on, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I've yet to see any, you know, comic book related film perfected in the big screen. There's always some scenes that don't make sense, lines that fall flat, always some corny moments. Always, especially in the DC related film. Oh God, if it's not the Dark Knight series, best believe there's going to be one corny ass scene or some corny ass lines, and you're just gonna be like, corny ass, lame ass, sensitive ass, weak ass, goof ass lines. You know, you mess with my friend, I already lost one family, I ain't gonna lose another. Y'all need to learn to stop putting that shit in the movie. That junk is not okay. This is not Disney. We are not here for the sentimental parts, okay? I mean, we're here for the sentimental parts, but y'all gonna have to keep that under control. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that. Like Bella in Twilight with the, I die for you. No one wants to hear that out loud, okay? I'd rather just see the actions. Writers, I know y'all can do better than that. So why aren't you doing better than that? Keep those sentimental, dramatic, over-the-top lines to yourself. One thing I don't understand is when they have regular humans fighting a supernatural being. You've got someone like Deadshot, regular ass human, he just know how to shoot. Harley Quinn, regular ass human, she just got a baseball bat or a mantle, hammer, whatever, or a gun. You've got Killer Croc, became like a lizard. El Diablo, he's probably the best one on your group because he's not supernatural, but he's got that whole fire thing, and he did this really cool thing in the movie that I'm not gonna tell because I think I've already told too much. Captain Boomerang, very regular people fighting someone who has powers, and once she had her heart, she's like supposed to be unstoppable. So why are these people fighting someone who's supernatural? When you have people like this, they're supposed to be fighting regular ass people. They are supposed to be fighting Batman, okay? They're supposed to be fighting the Joker. People like that, people who are kind of on their level, don't have powers, but maybe have a bigger tank, you know, or a bigger army, stuff like that. Those are the people they should be fighting. Because what happens is you have Enchantress, who starts off strong, like she's able to get these secret documents from other countries in seconds. You know, she's able to do this and this and that. And then what ends up happening is when she ends up in those final scenes fighting against these regular ass people, she gets knocked down a notch. Because now she's not not as powerful. Because now Harley Quinn is able to cut her and take her heart. It's just continuity issues with stuff like that. So I think that's one issue that I probably had. But I kind of figured it was going to go that route once I realized who the villain in the movie was. I'm like, oh, okay. When you're dealing with someone like Enchantress, you should probably have somebody like Raven, Zatanna, Constantine. There are people in the DC universe who are equipped to handle things of this nature. They could have probably did that a little bit better. Even though it had its moments of lameness, continuity issues, I still overall thought this was a great film. Okay, great, no. But it's something I would watch again. You just have to look past those flaws. Just enjoy the movie for what it is. Honestly, I wasn't even that excited for Suicide Squad when I first heard it because I'm a person that believes in order. I just didn't understand why there would be a movie of villains before we had the movie of heroes. I don't have really proper backstories for these characters. And I feel like even though they had that issue going for it, I feel like it was executed well. You have to look at the greater picture before you want to just say the movie was boring, or it was lame, or it was whack. From what I understand, the director was only given 6 weeks to come up with a script. I will take that script, this movie, over The Last Stand. Exactly. Let me know what you think. If you thought I was wrong, tell me how you feel. Like, share, comment below. Just be prepared for my next video where I'm going to be ranting and raving and doing what I do best. So, bye.